vintage variety. I have a pretty good little thrift haul to show you guys this week. I managed to find some really neat items. I found some vintage, some modern, some Egyptian revival, along with one handmade piece that I want to add to my collection of pieces that I've ran across over time that are handmade. So let's get started. I'm going to get all of these items sorted out and I'll show you what I ended up finding. I thought this Omega necklace was a really cool find. This one sits on the neck kind of like a collar necklace, which means it's a little longer than a choker. It also has an extender at the back of it, so the extender could be taken out and it could be worn a little shorter for someone that has a very slim neck. I don't see any markings on this one, and it does appear to be in good overall condition. Unfortunately, when I got this necklace home and I started looking at it closely, I noticed that it is flawed. Right here at the back, you can see that some of the original coating's coming off of this. My guess is that whoever wore this back in the day, they would put the necklace on and then they would add their hairspray and their perfume, and we all know that that can do some damage, especially if you don't wipe the piece of jewelry down. I am going to show it to you on the necklace stand. It's a beautiful necklace, and you know what? I feel like that flaw at the back isn't really noticeable. I have shorter hair, but I could wear this, and I don't think anyone's going to be eyeballing the back of my neck. So I think this is going to be fine as is. I don't even know how you would go about repairing something like this unless you took it and just removed all of the coating, which is something I really wouldn't want to do. I also picked up a few items that I'm going to use for crafting. This is a pretty glass bead stretch bracelet. So anytime I run across pieces like this, I pick them up to harvest the beads from. Then I found this, and I thought this was really cute. But I'm going to show you guys, there is some wear. Someone really wore this, and they wore it a lot. The hearts themselves are in really good condition. So I think what I'll do is I will remove the hearts, and I will set those aside in my crafting, because I can always put them on another bracelet. I could turn them into earrings or even pendants. But there's a lot of wear on the chain itself. You can see a copper color coming through. But it's still a cute bracelet, and I do like to look for items to add to my craft supplies anytime I'm out thrifting or looking for jewelry. Quite a while back, I ran across a ton of pieces of jewelry at one of my local thrift stores, and they were all pieces like this one. Pieces that were handmade. A lot of beading work was done. There were pieces made out of buttons. So of course, when I saw this, I decided to pick it up to add to my small collection. I love jewelry like this. You can tell that a lot of time and work went into it. This is made entirely out of buttons, and of course a few tiny gold beads that are put in to hold the buttons together. I'm going to show you what this looks like on the necklace stand. I think this is a great conversational piece, but it's also a fun piece to wear. This would be beautiful layered with, let's say, some gold colored beads or maybe even some faux pearls. You guys let me know what you think of this one in the comments, but I think this is a gorgeous piece of jewelry, and I will be adding it to my personal collection. This is another damaged piece of jewelry that I picked up while I was out thrifting. The thing about this necklace is I did notice the discoloration on it, but I have ran across pieces like this before and went ahead and picked them up, and they ended up being sterling. Well, that's not the case with this necklace. When I got home and I decided to clean it up, it wasn't going to work. But it is not a total loss. I can harvest the beautiful black glass beads from this for my crafting supplies, and I can also harvest the vintage barrel closure. I'm always looking for period-appropriate closures when I'm repairing necklaces, so I know that will come in handy. The other thing about this necklace that made me pick it up was the fact that they had marked this down to $1.50. Prices at my local thrift stores have gone up. Some items are as high as $12 to $15. most of the time the items run between $5 and $8 a piece. So $1.50, this is not a total loss. Parts of this necklace will go into my crafting supplies, and the other parts, which are of no use, will be discarded. And yet another vintage necklace. This one is in really good condition though. It is silver tone, it has a spring ring closure, and it has pearls set into it at intervals. I own a necklace similar to this one, but mine is in a gold tone, and I like to use that necklace to layer with pearls. And I thought that this would be a great item to pick up just for that, if for nothing else. Of course, it could be worn by itself. It could be layered with silver chains. It could be layered with white glass beads. But this is a really neat piece to own if you like layering jewelry. This next item was a fabulous find. This is a beautiful vintage brooch. I'll show you guys the back. It's unsigned. You can see how the pieces are kind of riveted on there. But I love the overall style and design of this. And I don't run across really nice brooches like this at my thrift store very often. Usually I find pieces like this when I go to antique stores, and they're a lot pricier than what I paid for this one. This one has these beautiful glass beads. Some of them are iridescent. So I think that this would be a great item to wear. Do you still wear brooches? I would be interested to know, because I love wearing them. I also picked up some more modern pieces of jewelry. You guys know that I love mixing my jewelry. I like mixing vintage with modern and even antique with modern. Of course, I couldn't resist this little floral necklace. It's floral, it has beautiful iridescent glass beads and a tiny cross in the center of it. This would be a beautiful necklace to wear as it is or layer with other pieces. I don't see any markings on this one. It has a lobster claw closure on it, but I really do like the looks of this. How beautiful would this be layered with some black glass beads? And speaking of black glass beads, I did pick up a beautiful little beaded necklace. Let me show that one to you. This one does have that vintage look, but it is more modern. These are faceted glass black beads. It does have an extender at the back, kind of a gunmetal color, and a lobster claw closure. So those two necklaces would layer really well together. Then I found this one, and I'm pretty sure that this is Avon. It also has a cross on it. This is more of a Maltese type cross. Pretty pearls. And then at the end of the necklace, it does have a hang tag. And you guys have seen this exact hang tags on some of the newer Avons. It doesn't exactly say Avon. But I thought, you know what? All of these pieces would be great for layering together. And I'm going to show you what they look like layered together on the necklace stand. And you can let me know what you think in the comments. I think this is a great combination. We have the black glass beads, this pretty floral cross necklace, and then we have the Avon necklace at the top. I think I could even wear that silver tone necklace with the pearls with this. Usually when I layer necklaces, I layer in odd numbers. I would put 3 necklaces or 5 necklaces, but I think that this combination looks okay. If I wanted to take it a step further, I would probably add a strand of pearls that were a little bit longer, or maybe even another strand of black glass beads. I found 2 really fun pairs of earrings this week. This pair is vintage. They are a longer length. They're very lightweight, but I love the swirled design of them. I like wearing longer earrings. Some people don't, but I think they look great with any length of hair. I have shorter hair, so I feel like they stand out a little more. These can be worn as screw-on earrings or clip-on earrings. I don't think I would convert these. I would wear them just as they are. Just a really cool looking pair of earrings to wear. I'm surprised they aren't signed anywhere, but I don't see any markings on them. Regardless, I thought these were really neat, so I went ahead and picked them up. I think that this is a pair that I would have a lot of fun wearing. Then I spotted these, and these made me laugh. I thought, how hilarious is that? They are pink hippos. They're enameled. They have little rhinestones set into them, and something about them looked really familiar. I went ahead and picked them up, but I had a hunch that they were going to be signed, and they are. These, I'm not going to be able to get the marking to show up very well, but you've probably seen Betsey Johnson pieces before. These are signed very tiny around where the post is, and they're marked Betsey Johnson. I wasn't really thinking Betsey Johnson, but I thought, you know what? These are some kind of designer earrings, I guarantee you. So I thought these were really fun looking earrings. Definitely a conversation piece, but you guys let me know what you think of these in the comments. I really hit the jackpot when it came to Scarab beetle jewelry this week. This is a necklace. I wanted to show you this one first. I found this a while back, and I did show it in content. It is a soapstone scarab beetle necklace, and some of the scarab beetles on the necklace were damaged. Decided I would leave it as is. Nothing really wrong with it. It almost looks as though it was made that way. Well, I found another one today. This one is larger, and the beads on it are different. The beads here aren't carved in the shape of a beetle, and you can see someone got paint on this necklace, so I'm going to attempt to get that cleaned off. But it does have the same style gold tone beads on it, and I just wanted to show you for comparison the difference. I think this one is a little bit more of a beige tone. The beetle pendant on this one is a lot larger, and it's not as detailed on the back. But how cool is that I managed to find two of them, and believe it or not, these came from the same thrift store. Someone must have collected this type of jewelry and donated it. Then I ran across this one, and I couldn't really believe my luck that I found two on the same day. This one's also made out of soapstone. It is on a leather cord. And then the scarab beetle beads on this, they're done in a different color. So they almost have like a blue tone to them. And then they have the little details on the back. Don't usually pick up jewelry that has cords on it, but this one is very clean and it's in excellent condition. So I went over and started looking at the earrings, and lo and behold, I found a pair of earrings also. My guess is that these went with this necklace because the blue scarab beetles on the earrings, they really do go with the blue beads on this necklace. I consider this to be a matched set. Just had a lot of really good luck today with finding certain pieces. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. How would you clean the paint off of that one piece? I would also like to know which items were your favorites, and if you enjoyed today's content, please remember to give me a thumbs up. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to share these items with me. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. Ring the bell for notifications, and you'll be notified anytime I upload new content. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.